A big game in the last 16 saw England take on Germany at Wembley. Both teams had ambitions of winning the competition, but in the end England came out on top in a tactically tight game thanks to goals from Sterling and Kane. England changed their formation to match Germany and cancel out the threat of Germany's wingbacks. Both teams lined up in a 3-4-3, with members of the front three dropping back into midfield at times. Looking at the average positions, both teams have similar positions with the left-sided forward the furthest player forward. Although Germany enjoyed more possession than England with 55%, most of Germany's possession was in their 2/3 of the pitch, as England stopped them playing in the last third. We often saw Havertz drop back into the midfield as Germany didn't press England too high. This was to stop England playing it into Phillips and progressing through the pitch. Germany would look to play out from the keeper as much as possible, but would also go long to Goretzka sometimes too. When England pressed Germany's back line, Havertz would drop further back to collect the ball as England's pressed 1 versus 1. From Havertz, Germany would create an extra man, and then Havertz would look to play the ball out to one of the wing-backs. England looked to remain compact and difficult to score against in this game by keeping 5 players back while the other 5 advanced. From Phillips or Rice, England would play the ball forward and Sterling or Saka would run at Germany's defence and try to create an opening for a cross or a shot. England's back 5 and England's front 5 players played almost separate teams. The back 5 would not join many attacks and would leave the attacking for the front 5 in similar tactics to Chelsea this season. In the game against Czech Republic, we often saw England play long balls from the keeper up to Kane, but in this game England would look to play the ball out from the back through their defenders, and we often saw Maguire bringing the ball out of defence as he was often the extra man with Havertz dropping back into the midfield. In the second half we saw England pressing the German defence when playing out from the back, and this prevented passes to their wing-backs, so they were forced to play balls back into the midfield where Rice and Phillips were covering. So again Havertz would drop back to make a passing option. England maintained their shape throughout the game with 5 attackers and 5 defenders working in different areas of the pitch. This time Rice and Phillips have pushed up and the wing-backs are staying back, covering the space in front of Germany's wing-backs. When in possession, England would look to get their wing-backs forward and push their forwards up into central areas around Germany's centre-backs, and this would force Germany to bring back their wing-backs. Against Portugal, Germany were very successful at getting their wing-backs into dangerous positions, but in order to stop this happening, England pressed Germany very high up the pitch with their front 5 players. Germany were restricted to playing through the middle of the pitch, with 40% of their attacks coming through the middle. England would not allow any space on the wings, often stopping Germany by having 3 versus 2. Saka and Sterling were very important in doing this, as they could get back quickly to cover the areas. As it was difficult for Germany to advance, we would often see Havertz drop back as Germany adopted a 3-4-1-2 formation at times. He would then look to play the ball through to Werner and Müller in forward positions. Werner was unlucky at times. Here you can see that Germany haven't been able to get their wing-backs forward quickly enough for this attack. When the ball was played into a German wing-back, he was quickly pressed by an England wing-back and play would be forced to go back inside. It was important for the 2 wing-backs to be switched on at all times, and this plan worked successfully. Going into this game I would have had it at 50-50, but England showed again that with a solid defence, similar to Portugal in the previous tournament, you can go far. England have not conceded a goal this tournament, and although they were a little lucky today, a tactical performance like today can take them all the way.